Hello and good day, meteorologist Mike Adcock with an update on Typhoon Kalmaegi, located in the Philippines Sea. This storm being referred to as Luis there in the Philippines. And this briefing is based on the 12 Zulu Japan Meteorological Agency advisory from the 13th of September. Satellite imagery, we do see a CDO now, or a central dense overcast with this system that's obscuring the tight circulation that has developed. I do see that on microwave imagery from earlier today. Really, the big thing of note is how it continues to develop. This time yesterday, barely a tropical storm. Now we're dealing with a typhoon. One thing it is starting to battle, though, or has been battling, is some moderate shear there to the north. That's suppressing that convective activity, but you do see the great outflow there to the south. That coupled with the enhancement of the southwest monsoon, we're really seeing the effects of the storm spreading across the majority of the Philippines. Rain showers being reported throughout the entire nation as this system continues to approach. The latest information out of JMA as of 8 p.m. Philippines time: center of circulation was 255 kilometers east-northeast of Verac, or about 575 kilometers east of Metro Manila. It continues to move west or just north of west at 20 kilometers per hour. Sustained winds 120 kilometers per hour with gusts up to 175, and our pressure at 975 hectopascal. Go ahead, take a look at the public storm warning signals. Signal 2 now hosted for Isabela and Cagayan provinces. That identifies 60 to 100 kilometer per hour winds expected in the next 24 hours. The locations there highlighted in yellow. Signal 1 there for 30 to 60 kilometer per hour winds in the next 36 hours. One thing of note, Catanduanes there off to the east was in signal 1. That has been lowered for that location. So really big takeaways here. Anybody in the warned area, especially in the low-lying and mountainous areas, need to be in the lookout for flash flooding and landslides. Those in Isabela and Cagayan, you'll have to keep an eye out for storm surge. As the system approaches, you're going to be seeing rainfall, heavy to intense, basically about 8 to 20 millimeters per hour as this system approaches. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, this is going to enhance the southwest monsoon, so you're going to be seeing some occasional heavy rains across much of the nation. Possible flash flood and landslides in the Bicol region, provinces of Samar and Quezon as well. Metro Manila, Luzon, Visayas, light to moderate rain is not out of the question for you. Anybody really on the eastern side of the nation, do have to keep an eye out if you're going to be doing any boating or anything that's going to put you out in the water. Of course, the Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council is going to be posting another update at about 11 p.m. We may see some updates to these storm signals. So the wide picture here, really not a whole lot to talk about in terms of changes. If you've been following this the past few days, high pressure really, the subtropical ridge really being pinched off now, well off to the east. Here's our system continuing to approach Luzon. Bayou boundary off to the south of Japan that extends into China. And really the system is going to be influenced by some weaker low pressure in the South China Sea and interior China. So really this system is going to be moving toward Isabela province, looking for landfall about this time Sunday night and early Monday morning. Here's the surface analysis from JMA at 6 Zulu. Really no change from what I just mentioned there. Again, that northwesterly movement with the system as reflected in the JMA forecast track. Right now, again, landfall there in Isabela province. This is Sunday night. This is going to reemerge come Monday morning into the South China Sea. Then we have to start focusing our attentions to our next landfall. Right now, looking at southern China, Hainan Island. You'll be on the hook Tuesday night into Wednesday. and then eventually the possibility there, the northern states of Vietnam. You'll have to be keeping an eye on this by midweek. Really a very similar forecast from Pagasa. Actually, all the agencies are in pretty good agreement. Everybody focusing on Isabella at this time. You see JTWC pretty much on point as well. They intensify this a little bit further. 155 kilometer per hour winds at landfall with gusts up to 195. Some weakening, obviously, as it traverses Luzon, and then some re-intensification prior to making landfall there in China. From 6 Zulu, you see all the different forecast agencies talking the same tune. Again, everybody really focused in on Isabella, and then pretty much everybody focused on southern China for the second landfall. And that pretty much mirrors what's going on in the models in terms of the track guidance. Not a whole lot of variance here or there. Of course, everybody in northern Luzon will have to keep an eye. This is not just a coastal factor, but you're going to be seeing heavy rains and winds across all of northern Luzon. As I mentioned about winds, again, pretty much mirroring what JMA and JTWC are saying. Some more intensification over the next day prior to landfall. Should see some weakening there, and then that's going to return as the system crosses the South China Sea prior to making landfall again in China. Latest surface weather plots. The system is still approaching. One thing of note, notice all the cloud cover, indicated by these color or filled in dots. So pretty much overcast skies for everybody. Seeing rainfall, again, all throughout Luzon, many other places in and around Metro Manila, again, some rainfall. Do have some thunderstorms being reported as of 12 Zulu in Camarines Norte. Even Palawan starting to see some rain out there. So this is going to be a wet weekend for sure for many there in the Philippines. Of course, keep it tuned over at westernpacificweather.com. We're going to continue to monitor this. We'll be posting updates on our social media sites there listed below. You can also join in on the conversation at storm2k.org. I'll be posting updates as well on Twitter and Google+, so follow me there. Thank you all for tuning in. Be safe, and have a great day. Take care.